Так, ну что ж, всем привет. Мы начинаем проходить сюжет ивента. Если я не ошибаюсь, это должен именно как сюжет ивента быть. Ну-ка, это же, наверное, скорее всего, с этим сейчас связано было. То есть у нас ивент. Я так понял, это тоже связано с ивентом. Получим новую март. Не надо. Ну тут у нас новое разрушение, да, разрушение. Ну и хохо, который я хотел бы. И надеюсь, я ее получу. Ну и обычно вот эти. А тут еще вот эти, это я так понял, бездны, я так понял. Так что как бы. Да. Давайте уж сначала пройдем сюжет. Я можно кое-что другое сделать, но давайте сначала как бы дойдем до этого. Что у нас тут?
What's up, Pom Pom?
Just got a message from the Xianzhou La Fu. Looks like it'll conflict with our original schedule.
It's been a while, my friends on the Astral Express. How's your trailblaze? Soon, the Xianzhou La Fu will be holding the Luminary War Dance. Those who have aided the La Fu in overcoming the crisis are cherished allies of the Xianzhou. Thus...
Well, things aren't getting lively. We've barely recovered from the family's...
Why not think about it this way? Our trailblazing expedition...
Blast?
Yeah! Wherever we go, we...
So we should leave March behind to...
Hey! That's not what I meant! I'm all for some fun!
The Xianzhou La Fu has recently overcome a crisis by holding the war dance.
But that's what everyone said before we went to Penacony! You'll...
No need to worry. The war dance is not like the... Aside from Starskiff performances...
What do you think, Himiko? Since we've accepted Miss Black Swan's...
there's certainly no rush. This trail, with Madame Herta's help, I was planning to do...
Aw, so that means...
Being an adult means maintaining relationships. Whether we like it or not, March. Since we've been in fight, so here's the plan. Pom Pom will take everyone to the Xianzhou La Fu. Mr. Yang and I will meet up with Ron May and fulfill our promise. Meanwhile...
What do you two think?
Himeko and Mr. Yang will be busy with serious research. Besides, fossils can't compete. Plus, you're the only one with so many friends on the La Fu.
Now that everyone's on board with the plan, it's time to warp to the Xianzhou.
Так, музыку, наверное, все-таки погромче сделаю, а то что-то, походу, то на тихо, то громко. Вот это, в принципе, ладно, пойдет.
Himeko really knows how to convince people. By the way, Danheng,
And just let you two wander around aimlessly on the Luofu by yours. Plus, Mr. Yang is right. The Ambrosial Arbor crisis just ended, and since he has extended an invitation...
coming back to this place brings back so many memories. Well, it's nothing too poetic. I was just thinking about all the twists and turns. This time, we're not being forced or enticed or chasing after. Quite unusual, I must say. I'm just hoping for the best. You're the...
Yanqing said General Jingyuan sent him to welcome us, but where is he?
Hey, you guys! Hold on a moment. Did they just call us? Look at their... Are you familiar with the Xianzhou Lafu?
We know a little bit about it.
We're from Penacony. Maybe you've heard of it. We came to this...
Oh, we just left there. Huh,
That's great. Do you know any must-see attractions on the Lofu?
Exactly! Most of the tourists around at the moment are here to attend the war dance.
Yeah, we know about that ceremony. But isn't the fighting...
I've heard the ring was actually converted from a huge decommissioned lava. The radiant feldspar is bigger, I guess.
But for now, all we can do is wait until the war dance starts in a few weeks, before we can board it. We've still got work to do, so we can...
We're looking for unique experiences that you won't find.
You're the expert here.
Good idea. The everyday vibe of the Aurum Alley is a rare find on...
Everyday vibe. Yeah, our clients have had their fair share of adrenaline-pumping dreamscapes.
Thanks for the suggestion. We'll head to the Aurum Alley to gather materials.
Look, Yanqing's here.
Really? Let's go catch up with him.
There you are! Everyone, this way! Hey, everyone. It's been a while.
It doesn't feel like it's been that long since we last saw you.
What's up, Miss March?
They say kids grow up really fast. Yanqing, are you...
We've only been away for a few months.
Long time no see.
It's been a while.
Oh, you've come along too, Mr. Danheng. Sorry for the delay. With the upcoming war dance and the Starskiff Haven being so busy, things are...
Seriously, I've never seen...
I was a bit worried that holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis might be too soon.
Yep. There's people from other delves and travelers like you three. With the war dance coming up, there's a huge number of visitors pouring into the Starskiff Haven. The general said this ceremony would help the Xianzhou Lafu recover. It's a way to showcase our martial spirit, reassure people, boost morale. By the way, the Xianzhou Alliance places great importance on this ceremony too. The Xianzhou... Yeah, the Xianzhou Yaoqing is a major force in hunting down abominations, and is always engaged in conflicts across the... But Madame Yukong from the Skyfaring Commission mentioned that the Yaoqing always sends back... I heard General Fei Xiao of the Yaoqing is a young and dauntless lady. My peers say that she's... If only I could witness...
By the way, Yanqing, where are we
I'm sorry for talking your ear off. The general...
It's funny how he tries to act all mature.
I agree.
All units, assemble quickly! Get ready to protect the crowd!
I just mentioned security, and now all of a sudden something's gone wrong. Excuse me, I need to go check out the situation.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
We'll go with you.
Watch out for
Protect the civilians. I'll deal with him.
Новые враги. Давай попробуем. И чё, как это, блядь, что ли, женщина? Я не помню, как ее зовут.
Borisin? Why are there Borisin here? This ends now.
Ну, Лихтенштейн, нахуй, ладно.
Lend me your strength. Commencing
Ну,
support.
они, в принципе, слабые, окей. Блять, надо было то-нибудь.
Thanks for the support. You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength.
Another journey
Давайте
begins.
так.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Not good. Thanks for the help.
Sorry, no time to chat.
Could you give me back my... Wait, my sword!
Больше
I'm
нет.
sorry,
чел.
but I'm afraid we'll have to put our plans on hold for now.
Больше нет меча. Как удобно.
While we appreciate your rescue, my
sure.
Xianzhou friends, don't you think it's a bit too much to detain?
Sorry, but we've been ordered to detain you and your cargo for inspection. Once we're done with the formalities, we'll let you and your cargo go.
But this shipment isn't even meant for the Luofu, and it's IPC's patented technology.
According to the protocol, all cargo arriving on the Luofu must go through.
But we didn't officially enter your dock at all. We just sought refuge in your dock.
Looks like this argument could go on forever. Let's not get involved in a Who's in charge here? I need some answers.
It's my fault. We let our guard down.
With the war dance approaching, safety should be a top priority. Now, tell me, how did... According to the protocol, Borisin prisoners should be held on a star skiff and taken directly to the ship.
Please don't blame this, Captain. This incident involves the
Who are you?
I'm Liu Jun, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad. Thank you for your help, Lieutenant Yenqing. The situation... Here's what happened. An IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisin just before arriving. And the Juming...
So, an IPC ship was attacked by the Borisin near the Luofu.
Honestly, it gives me a headache, too. The Juming diplomatic ship, adhering to standard procedure. You know, with all the outsiders flooding onto the Luofu, the star skiff lanes are under a...
We'll make sure these prisoners are sent to the shackling prison as soon as possible.
I see. It's an unusual situation indeed. Maybe I should gather more details from others, so that the seed of divine...
You look much mature.
Please don't tease me, Miss March. The situation on the Xianzhou before the war dance.
What are those people? I mean,
Those werewolf monsters are known as Borisin. They are abominations of abundance. The Borisin have been a powerful force for a long time. Plundering and their presence has faded over the years.
According to that officer, they attacked...
Yeah, that's what I find. Well, enough with the chit-chat. I'd love to chit-chat a little longer.
is it a secret?
Thank you, but it's no big deal. By the way, that young lady who just appeared, she took my sword. I'm thinking of filing a...
I doubt she did it on purpose. Perhaps she's around here somewhere.
All right, let's not keep the
Don't worry. There aren't many people out.
There sure are a lot of troublemakers around.
С подвохом. Да?
Those guys are terrifying.
С подвохом будет.
Success.
It's been a long journey, Elder Hwyan. Thank you for your presence.
General, I brought our guests from the Express. Oh, I'm sorry for my...
Don't worry, you're just in time. It's been a while, my friend. All is well when you have friends coming from afar. Allow me to introduce you to General Hwyan. He's the Arbiter General of the Xianzhou Zhuming.
No need to be so formal. I'm just a tourist.
Elder Hwyan is not only one of the Arbiter Generals, but also the Furnace Master of the Artisan.
Be it Arbiter General or Furnace Master, these are merely titles given to me long ago. I've retired several times already, but with the current change in circumstances, well, in the end, I'm to blame. Living such a long life naturally brings...
It's an honor to meet you, General Hwyan.
It's my honor to meet you, General Hwyan.
No need to be all formal. Today I'm just... So, these three are the ones you mentioned, Jingyuin? The heroes who helped you with the ambrosial art?
Indeed. There's Don Hung, March 7th, and him. Without their help, I'm afraid...
So, the Imbibitor Lune's reincarnation has returned to the Lawfu and will attend the war dance. I'd love to have a drink.
You're more than welcome, General.
And this young friend is?
Yanqing, my apprentice. He remains by my side as my retainer due to his youth, which I hope will season him with experience. He will stand for the Lawfu's Cloud Knights in the upcoming war dance, ready to take on all kinds of...
Great, great! It's a real treat to see so many talented young people around here today. Oh, I almost forgot. This is my apprentice, Yoon Lee.
It's you!
Oh, it's you. Hello.
Oh, you two already know each other?
What a coincidence! I was afraid I'd have trouble.
Oh, now you've peeked.
She helped me capture the escaped Borisin prisoners at the Starskiff Haven. Allow me to express my gratitude.
Your flying sword? Oh, so...
Yes, it is. Now...
Nope, that won't do.
Won't do?
You want your sword back, right? Well, you can't just take it back. As for this little sword, it was supposed to strike that escaped Borisin prisoner. But by the way, if I hadn't caught it and helped it hit its mark, that...
Hold on a second, Lee. You took my sword without even asking.
So much for luck.
What did you just say?
If you just stepped up and took your sword back from me fair and square, I would have totally respected you. With all due respect, you don't honor your sword.
Hasn't anyone told you that taking without asking is stealing? If you want to settle this with swords, fine.
Yanqing.
Well, that's more like it. Just be...
You two.
Hey! Who's...
I don't take...
It's a small misunderstanding, and an apology would be too much. I've heard about the Zhu Ming's incredible swordplay.
Such grandiose name.
Well, everyone, Elder Hwyan and I'll find another chance to talk with you.
That's so kind of you.
Please forgive me for coming at it.
You needn't apologize, General Hwyan.
All right, Yoon Lee. Take this opportunity.
Yeah. It's better to make friends than enemies. But I won't be heading to the inn.
Yanqing, once you've helped our guests get settled, Go to the Artisanship Commission for me. See if you can calm them down. Don't...
I'm on it. This is the report Qingzu just sent me. Huh. Looks like the General has given me a tough challenge. Well, it's not exactly a test. As Cloud Knight, it's just, you know, talking things out. Well, let's not worry about that for now.
It is the Laofu's honor to have you in attendance at the war dance. Yet, the fact that a simple martial arts ceremony has attracted esteemed generals from the Zhu Ming and the Yao.
You're overthinking it, Jingyuan. As I said, I'm here to broaden my granddaughter's horizons. However, I have no clue what the Yaoqing Arbiter General has in mind. Do you remember when you accepted this position? I told you that an Arbiter General's battlefield goes beyond the physical one. You'll need to lead and manage everything on the Xianzhou. The title of Arbiter... So many years have passed, and you've done well. However, longevity for the Xianzhou people can be a curse. The Marshal knows everything that has happened on the Laofu. She has come specific. Speaking of which, why hasn't she arrived yet? They say the Merlin's Claw...
That's not true, General Huaiyan. She's been here a while, but I'm sure you've heard of her unbridled nature.
As soon as she disembarked from the star skiff, she mentioned having something to attend.
You must be the messengers from the Xianzhou Yao...
We are Jiaoqiu and Moza, retainers of the Merlin's Claw.
Now this is interesting. A guest who doesn't come to visit but sends a message instead.
Master heard about a spectacular view in scale...
A spectacular view? Ha! Did you hear that, Jingyuan? This person is being
Please do not misunderstand me, General Huaiyan. I was simply stating the truth. Once she's finished with admiring the scenery, she'll personally come and...
Drat. I forgot to ask Yun Li to return my sword. Unacceptable. Every sword is If it weren't for the General's interference, I would have taught that shameless girl a lesson in... by the way, I don't know if it's just me, but the
Reserved?
Maybe I'm just overthinking.
No, you're not. When I entered the Palace of Astrum,
That's right.
Well, that's what makes this
What's so unusual about it?
The war dance is just a... Maybe they've come to hold...
Hold him accountable?
Don Shu's rebellion and Ventilia's scheming are merely one side of the story.
The Ambrosial Arbor.
Yes. It's undeniable that once the spark of suspicion is kindled... The General must have had that in mind when he invited us to attend the war dance.
What was I thinking?
Aw, I was so excited. I thought those Arbiter Generals were just here to... By the way, I heard that an alchemist from the Zhu Ming diplomat...
An alchemist from the Zhu Ming serving as the...
Thanks to your words, Mr. Dan Heng, the General is under tremendous pressure.
Come on, don't think like that. Leave the... did I say something wrong?
Miss March is right. I don't have the skills to share the General's birth. Still, I'll do my best to follow his instructions. Let's go. Once I've taken...
He looks like he has a lot on his mind. We can't just let him go alone.
This is too much trouble. While I appreciate your kindness...
No worries. We're pretty experienced in dealing with the IPC. Anyway, this time it'll just be a few ordinary IPs.
Well, since you're willing to help, I won't decline your kindness.
Can I really reason with you Xianzhou people? I think I get it now. In your words, this is called looting a burning house, right?
Ugh, that toxic voice sounds familiar. Haven't I heard it before in...
You know what? This isn't my first time dealing with the Skyfaring Commission. I can handle it, but straight up snatching IPC cargo...
Just as I've said it many times already. Once we've inspected the cargo...
I'm hearing you loud and clear. I'm thinking clear. And I keep detaining my cargo, and I'll file a complaint directly with your general. I was gonna ask you the same thing. Why do I keep running into you? Staying on the Xianzhou, are you? What terrible luck!
Aren't you the guest from the Astral Express? What brings you and Yanqing to the artisanship
Trouble caused by the IPC? I'd say it's caused by the Sky...
Looks like you've met this IPC worker before. I'm not sure. I was sent here to deal with the IPC protests in Mishihue.
As you know, this IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisin and rescued by the... And this is Mr. Scott, the person in charge of this...
So, you're Scott. I've heard him mention you.
Like I wanted to come back. I thought I'd just dock at the harbor for repairs and leave this forsaken place for good.
What do you mean by snatched? I've told you 1,000,000 times.
Then why did you bring the cargo to the Artisanship Commission? You even brought in some shady crap.
Listen here. Firstly, the Skyfaring Commission detected dangerous items that could
Even if there are dangerous items, what do they have to do with you? It's not even being shipped to the Luofu. We'll just...
But you'll have to stay in the port for several days before your ship is repaired and you can take off.
I understand, but we don't need to disassemble.
In most cases, we don't. However, our scans discovered that the cargo doesn't only contain machinery, but also...
Biological tissue?
I'm afraid we'll need to wait for the Alchemy Commission for further confirmation. In any case, according to our regulations, we need to...
The Alliance's regulations on biological products are very strict.
Oh, really? Fine. If anyone lays a finger on that shipment, they'll have me to deal with. It doesn't matter if...
This Mr. Scott seems stubborn and difficult to persuade. I heard how you helped Aramali. The IPC representative back then was Mr. Scott, right?
What are you guys whispering about over there? Just hurry up and give us...
Что-то другое, что ли?
As I recall, this guy won't listen to reason and can only be persuaded with intimidation. But he does seem to follow rules to some extent.
Speaking of regulations, we have our own laws and regulations too. According to Article 4 of the Xianzhou Alliance.
The Alliance can sign a non-disclosure agreement with you. That way, you won't have to worry about any infringements, right?
We can sign a mutually acceptable non-disclosure agreement in accordance.
Well, that makes sense, but how can we trust you? Even if we set aside the secrecy of intellectual property, these prototypes built by the Intelligentsia Guild...
Don't underestimate Xianzhou technology. Even if they need to dismantle...
Yeah, go ahead and brag about their skills. After all, but I'm different. I'm an IPC member. And besides, the cargo on this transport vessel belongs to the Intelligentsia Guild. If you want to...
According to the principle of territoriality, since your vessel is stranded on the Xianzhou.
Indeed. According to Article 27 of the Xianzhou Legal Code, all...
Huh? My synesthesia beacon must not be working, because I have...
Simply put, if you insist on hindering the inspection, we'll...
Confiscate it? How can you Xianzhou...
If this were pure point, and incoming cargo posed a safety risk...
That's true. But the IPCs, we both need to follow the regulations, because that's how the IPC and the Xianzhou operate.
Everyone has their own set of rules. Now that you're on their turf, shouldn't you follow...
Yeah, I get it. I know I'm on the Xianzhou, but if I violate the IPC regulations... Well, you guys sure know how to argue your case. Fine. I'll allow you to do the security inspection.
So, Mr. Scott, are you just
Well, IPC staff are free to come and...
Yeah, you've got some insight there.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Lingsha, Cauldron Master and head of the
Could she be? Yeah, she's the new Cauldron Master assigned here from the Xianzhou.
I received a report from the Artisanship Commission about cargo containing samples of unknown organisms. It said they needed help from the Alchemy Commission. I had nothing better to do, so it's fine, Mr. Scott. If you really don't want your cargo to be inspected, it doesn't...
It doesn't matter? How can you...
Why are you being so nice all of a sudden? Well, since you're not going to check it, I'll
Yeah, sure. Why should I object? Not only this sample, but all the goods on the transport ship are yours to keep. Like I said.
Wait a minute!
Well, that's more like it. If only the young... Our ship will leave in a few days once the engines are repaired.
Your ship can leave whenever you want. But I'm afraid I can't say the same for... According to the import and export regulation signed between the Xianzhou and IPC, all biological shipments can only leave the port when they have confirmed to be of no threat. Since we can't determine if your shipment is safe for the environment, I guess we'll have to wait for its biological activity to expire. Normally, it'll only take around 47 star calendar years.
Only 47?
Why so surprised? You're still young and full of energy. I'm pretty sure you'll live...
Ha! Typical of a long-life species. Your words are dripping with sarcasm. While you may not care about time, I do. I'll be demanding...
Sure thing, Mr. Scott. You seem pretty confident that your career and life will last long enough to win...
Step aside, guys. Let them do the inspection.
But, Mr...
Come on, we're already in enough trouble. Just let them do the security inspection. And if needed, they can always grovel before the Intelligentsia Guild later. I'm just using my head for what it's... Well, honestly, at least you're not as annoying as that woman.
Yeah.
Oh, just do the inspection.
This lady is really something.
Is this the IPC product?
Listen up. Any damages caused by inspections will be filed with the IPC.
Turn it off!
Блеснул какая-то Ой, ненавижу такую хуйню.
Oh, how unexpected. That was a surprise. Time to change tactics.
Электричество есть, ну похуй.
Lend me your strength.
Just fall for oblivion.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them. Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Were you seriously planning to leave this stuff unchecked at the dock for days?
I had no idea about it. You must have accidentally triggered the cart.
I don't think trying to shift the blame is a wise choice.
But seriously, I don't know why that thing suddenly started moving.
Enough. Miss Shikwe, please escort our IPC guest to the Skyfaring.
I'm on it. Please follow me, Mr. Scott.
Gentlemen, our preliminary inspection shows that there is indeed hidden biological tissues inside. I can't even tell if it's ingenium or biological in nature.
The core of this device is what they call wetware in industry slang. To put it...
I'll take some samples for the alchemist to analyze and figure out where the biological tissue comes from.
Why would the Intelligentsia Guild use such unethical technology?
Whatever the reason is, it's probably why the Borison attacked the ship. No wonder the IPC were trying to obstruct our inspection. I'll contact the Ten Lords Commission and ask, according to our rules, all prisoners and weapons involving dangerous creatures must... As for you, Mr. Craftsman, please go with the Cloud Knights and explain the situation. I had a feeling that the IPC members would cause trouble, but I didn't think they'd...
I should thank you for saving my life. Your sword skills were impressive. Taking down that big... I thought the General's retainers were all burly martial masters. Yeah, exactly. As for you, you must be the guests from the Astral Express, right? Saving the Lafu from that...
It wasn't a big deal.
It's still early. So why don't we get some tea at the Alchemy Commission?
I'd be happy to...
And you three are coming too, right?
Если не ошибаюсь, как раз таки вот эта женщина, по-моему, как хохо будет работать, типа того. Я не ошибаюсь. Может, я ошибаюсь, не помню.
I'm here to pay my respects.
The news is spreading pretty.
All these years. And the view at the Alchemy Commission hasn't... The tides come and go. But
You're a Lofu native, Miss Lingsha?
yes, I grew up here. Listening to the sound of waves, it's kind of sad, isn't it? Everything...
The view here would be even better without the ambrosial art.
Oh, really? I think that towering tree looks...
Even if it's impressive, it's a plague mark. The Xianzhou...
Well, once a seed is planted, no matter how long it takes, in my humble opinion, the rebirth of the ambrosial arbor and the resurgence of the disciple... My bad. Well, since you went through the entire ambrosial arbor...
What would you like to discuss, Miss Lingsha?
I was lucky enough to be chosen by the Alliance to come in honestly. The Alchemy Commission is riddled with problems and has reached a point where fixing...
Well, even though I'm a Vidyadharan like you, the Vidyadhara and the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu have always been intricate.
I may not know about politics, but I do know that the disciple...
I see. Thank you. While the Lux Arrow from the Rainbow possesses unparalleled power to sever the ambrosial arbor,
It can't sever mortals' desire, just like how the Cloud Knights can eliminate the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. Our Xianzhou forebears knew this well. And that's 30 years ago. My mentor served as Alchemy Commission's Cauldron Master. Unfortunately, even though she was skilled in the art of healing, she didn't understand the human heart or how to eliminate the sickness lurking within the depths of the alchemy. And guess who arbitrated the case and handed down the sentence?
What?
You heard it right. The ones responsible for the corruption in the Alchemy Commission are not just the remnants of the disciples. Alas, why is your face? Don't worry about it. I understand that when someone holds a position of power, they may sometimes have to make tough decisions. I won't hold any personal grudges against him. Besides, at our age... Lingsha, you're back! I've been waiting ages for you! Yunli! Why aren't you with your grandpa? What brings you to the Alchemy Commission? Well, let me take this opportunity to introduce you.
What a small world. You stole my sword!
I see. Let's... Why do I keep bumping into you?
Of course not. Unlike you, Miss Yunli, I have important things to take care of. You, on the other hand, seem to have all the time in the world to...
Grandpa used to say that a sword reflects its master. I talked to your sword, and it told me that you've been distracted. You hesitate when... Now that I see you again, I realize your sword was right. It wasn't me who...
Do you really expect me to believe that nonsense? I've been taking it easy on you because you're a guest from the Juning.
Just look at this flying sword. Even if I gave it back to you now, you know the Cloud Knight saying, a Cloud Knight must never let slip their weapon. Yes? Well, sure. I can give it back to you now.
Fine! You don't have to give it back, because I'll take it back.
Да, третий охуенный просто.
But which general should I call?
Between these two, who do you think is tougher? It is my first day at the Alchemy Commission. A brawl is definitely not... Well, since you don't approve, I didn't mean it in that way. Since you've already drawn your swords, you'd be... I've received reports that the delves near the Alchemy Commission are still infested with abominations. Clearing out some...
It's the Cloud Knight's duty to eliminate those abominations.
Oh, you think you're the only one who knows how to behave? If Lingsha needs... It's so heartwarming to see both of...
Вперед. Погнали.
Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were erratic, if you want a contest, I'll be the ref... Lingsha. As... It's for your own good, little...
That's really thoughtful of you, Cauldron Master.
So, are you...
Нет, блядь, я готов. Кого мне за...
Ugh. Looks like my predecessors left quite... Let me say it again. The one who... Be careful when you draw your swords, and make sure you don't hurt each... Can we start now?
How many can you block?
Я не помню, как им вообще драться.
Enemy targets detected.
That's half the work. Still waters of uplift.
I didn't expect someone who can't even hold on to his sword to actually have some skill.
Time for swordplay! Strike a part!
Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
That's half the work.
A one-time enemy.
You don't look so good.
Enemy targets detected.
That's half the work. Destined for oblivion.
Let me tend your wound.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Swords descend! Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
That's half the work. Still waters of oblivion.
How many can you block? Commencing support. Bladed flight! Into
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
I win, Miss Yun Li! Why don't you just give me back my sword, sincerely apologize, and then go cry your eyes out to your grandpa? Consider yourself lucky that I'm not interested in your rusty sword, as I don't have the nasty habit of snatching other people's weapons.
All you did was chop down a few monsters. If you think you can just take this sword from my hand...
Well fought, my young friends. However, both of you have shortcomings. One of you focuses on dodging and weaving, while the other relies on brute strength, trying to take down...
Who are you?
Me? I'm just a patient seeking medicine from the Alchemy Commission. A passerby, if you will. I thought I'd see my fill of impressive fights during the war dance. Yet here I am, able to witness a remarkable... However, I have a small suggestion for you. Why don't you settle this dispute fair and square in the war dances ring? That way, you can resolve...
Grudges? No, not at all. Yun Li and I...
Sparring? You summoned your flying swords, and she swung her sword with...
Aha! What brings you here, Lady Fei Xiao? Have you finished your health consultation with the dragon?
Fei Xiao? The Merlin's Claw of the Xianzhou Yaoqing?
Looks like I'm quite famous on the Xianzhou Lafu, too.
Of course. Everyone has heard of the Great General. No.
Great General? Isn't that title a bit too narcissistic? I don't like it. Ooh, I heard there's a dozing general on the Lawfu, so I came up with a humble nickname for myself. The Lacking General. Lacking in worries, regrets, and rivals. Sounds much better, right?
Yeah, that's a bit fitting. Now that the sparring session is over, Yanqing and Yunli, shouldn't you politely thank General Fei Xiao for her guidance? Here's your sword. Keep it safe. Or it might get taken away.
Yes.
This is how she apologizes? Now that I finally got my sword back, I should report to the seat of divine foresight. I'll take my leave, General. Oh, by the way, Miss Linksha, if you've got some free time, I'd like to invite you to the seat of divine foresight for a chat with General Jing Yuan. I think there's more to the...
Thanks for stepping in, General Fei Xiao. Otherwise, I'd have had to knock them out with my incense.
Not at all. Just doing what you asked. How about we call it even as payment for the healing?
Sorry, but even a general needs to pay their bills. We don't do credit here. And let's not forget, you'd have been waiting decades for a chance to see the...
Well, you can always send the bill to the seat of divine foresight and say it's for mentoring those kids. After all, it was quite the effort splitting them up. I nearly had to get tough. Now, if you'll excuse... Back already? You've met with Jing Yuan and wandered around for a few hours.
It appears that the Divine Foresight is using this war dance as a show of strength to convince everyone that the Lawfu is prospering after the
But... I know you're going to say but, right?
But the influx of people attending the war dance is like a breeding ground for disorder and rumors. One wrong move.
The Cloud Knights on the streets remain vigilant. So at the very least, General Jing Yuan is aware of this. As for other matters, I'm unable to...
I'd prefer to be excused from future meetings with generals. I'm just a military healer. And now all of a sudden I'm thrust onto the center stage having court...
My work doesn't lend itself to being in the limelight either.
Just stop whining. At least you're in one piece. Before getting in touch with General Jing Yuan, I wanted to put aside my assumptions and see his momentum. That includes the overall bearing of the Cloud Knights on the street.
The might of an army dwells not within its pawns, but within the force of its collective momentum.
A perfectly clear statement turned confusing thanks to your translation. You've made me lose where I was now.
Are you treating General Jing Yuan as your enemy?
The longest-serving general of the Xianzhou Lawfu. Do you think he'd have only a few enemies?
By the way, General, you met the healer lady, yes? Could you show me the medicine she prescribed?
Well, the healer lady couldn't do anything about my condition. She just told me to...
So not even the famed healer lady could help? Don't worry. I'll fulfill my promise and find a way to cure.
Well, life and death, Jiao Cho. It's all predetermined. Upon starting my military career, I made a pledge that the rest of my life would be dedicated to being the Xianzhou. As long as I can fulfill that deep-seated desire, I don't care. You asked if I view General Jing Yuan as my enemy. No. My real enemy has...
Enjoy some tasty food. So...
Jeez. You really...
You guys figure it out for yourselves. I'm due to catch up with an old war friend.
Hey! Was that the Yaoqing general who... I mean, when Yun Li swung that massive sword, she just
Mine too.
Yeah. But to go up against Yun Li is, you think so too, right?
I agree. General,
I was talking about Yenching.
Thanks for the kind words, Miss March. The war dance is coming up, and I've been chosen to represent the I've had my fair share of defeats lately, and even though I know there are always more skilled sword masters out there...
Don't underestimate yourself. After all, General...
I see. Thanks for the advice, Master Danheng.
I bet it's about how to deal with the generals from the Yao...
I really don't want to get caught up in grown-up games so soon. I just hope Generals Fei Xiao and Huaiyan can see the truth. We don't need any more...
В принципе, тот персонаж прикольный, я бы даже его хотел. Ну, как я сказал, я, скорее всего, хохо буду все-таки выкручивать. Потому что второй хиллер еще и бафер плюс неплохо. По дамагеру у меня и так есть. Еще несколько. Ну сколько у меня? Два где-то дамагера. Хиллер не помешает второй. Так что все-таки лучше хохо буду убивать, чем этих персонажей, которые...
What is your purpose for entering the seat of divine foresight?
Мне хотелось бы все-таки эту женщину получить. В принципе, прикольно, это как я сказал.
Earlier at the Palace of Astral, I introduced these guests from the Astral Express to you, Elder White. But with all the people around, we only exchanged pleasantries. Now, I'd like to... These three braved great dangers, accompanying me to perilous places, defeating the chief culprit Vantilia, and uncovering...
Well, I skimmed through the reports about the Arbor's rebirth from the Master Diviner Hu Xuan. But despite all that, I believe in you. Since you joined the ranks, you have repeatedly achieved remarkable feats. Over the years, you've served the Alliance with loyalty. There are fools who doubt your loyalty. They're happy. But I've seen enough failures in my time. And I want to believe.
So, General Fei Xiao of the Yao Qing is the only one investigating the ambrosial armor?
No.
This old man's words always catch me.
The Marshal ordered me to come to the Xianzhou Laofu. But the document only says, attend the war dance. No need for that. You're all important witnesses. The Marshal...
Thanks for your kindness and sincerity, Elder Huaiyan.
By introducing the Express's witnesses to me alone, aren't you... As for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, all I... Oh, by the way, I've prepared it. Yes, it's this case, right? There will be numerous contests and celebrations. The host will dispatch a skilled warrior to take on challengers from all over the cosmos.
You humor me, Elder Huaiyan. The healer lady is just a young...
I'm no match to you.
What's this box for?
This sword case is intended for the War Dance's award. It's empty now, but in a few days, a precious... I don't mean to boast about our skills, but this sword represents the pinnacle of the June. I've been wondering who would be worthy. Moreover, I hear that Yenching is an excellent swordmaster.
Thank you for your generosity.
If you want to give me a sword, just say the word, Grandpa. No.
You've got confidence,
I know you're all about swords, Miss Yunli. It's just a shame that it's the sword that ultimately chooses.
Yeah. And even if someone gets their hands on such a precious sword,
The outcome of our duel at the Alchemy Commission is still up in the air. Since you're interested, why don't you represent the Xianzhou Jiming?
That's exactly what I had in mind. Nobody knows who's gonna come out on top. It could be me, could be someone else.
to be rude or anything. We've been watching their drama.
Quiet down. We have other guests. While you both seem confident that you'll win, you need to remember there can only... We don't know who the winner will be, and it might not be either of you.
How does that make sense?
In my humble opinion, while a Cloud Knight is commendable by securing victories, it's even more... I'd be greatly pleased if this apprentice could represent the Express in the war deck.
Well, Elder Huayan's idea is quite interesting. Imparting swordplay skills requires teamwork, and both the winner and the loser will learn a valuable lesson regardless of the outcome.
Huh? Who?
I noticed just now that Miss March seemed quite interested in the outcome of your sword fight.
Oh, wait. Are you serious, Jenna? Why am I being dragged into this all of a sudden? I've never practiced swordplay before. I'm a total newbie. You really think I can learn it?
Isn't this a perfect chance for you? I remember you mentioning that you wanted to learn some sword moves.
Yeah, I did say that. But
Miss March is like a piece of jade in the rough, just waiting to be shaped.
I appreciate your kind words, General Huayan. Plus, I heard that each swordmaster has their own...
That's considerate of you, March 7th. But don't worry. It'll take you at least a decade of hard training before you can even start...
Looks like March's curiosity.
The whole point is to know each other's moves. Defeating your opponent in just...
So Miss Yunli has already agreed.
General, I haven't graduated yet. How can...
So you're admitting your defeat, huh? If you're not even...
Yangqing, teaching an apprentice is also a way of honing your own skills and gaining insights. You've...
I see, General.
Now that Yangqing has agreed too, it all comes...
It's up to you to make the...
At least that way, I won't have to worry about you accidentally shooting me in the butt all the time.
Hey, I've never... Then I'm on board. Thank you for your...
Great! Starting tomorrow, Yanqing and Yunli will teach you the base. Yunli and I will head out and purchase some sword.
You're too kind. Wait.
Ну ты пиздец.
General Huayan's gone. Wait, why does something feel off about... I think we strayed off topic.
Yeah, I brought you here because the General...
Because... General Huayan. But from his point of view, we're no different from all the other since the crew's actions were mentioned in the Luofu's operations log were given to the Alliance, and he wants to see it for himself during the war dance.
Elder Huayan is... still... My apologies. Truth be told, I invited all of you to the ceremony because... In the coming weeks, I'll also invite all of you to a meeting with General Fei Xiao, where you may need to answer her questions and clear up any doubts she might have.
Don't worry, General. No matter what happens,
Thank you.
General, I know there isn't much I can do to share your burden. As the Luofu Ringmaster, I won't let anyone defeat me in the war dance.
The illustrious Merlin's Claw waiting for me? And for so long, too? It's quite an honor.
It's been 30 years since we last saw each other, right?
Yes. Back then, you were the vanguard of the Yao Qing's Verdant Knights, and I was a pilot of the Luofu's Rainbow Orbit Fleet. Who would have thought that... Well, I wouldn't say I haven't seen you in 30 years. After all...
Still stable, I suppose.
That healer with the odd name and peculiar temperament. What was his name again?
Jiao Cho. He's been my retainer and personal healer, delegated by the Alchemy Commission from the Xianzhou Yao Qing. Given my background, I'm happy to.
I'm relieved to know that you're safe and sound. Well then, since you and El as your friend, may I ask how the Alliance—
The Arbor's rebirth has frightened the elders who lurk behind the scenes. They fear although the report from the Lawfu explained all the— As you know, the fugitive Jing Liu, who mysteriously disappeared— The Lawfu preceptor has also leveled accusations against Jing Yuan for neglecting the Alliance's principles. She asserts that Jing Yuan— It is for these reasons that I have come— Well, duty calls. Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned all of this to an uninvolved person.
I understand. I'm sorry. I was out of line. The Lawfu has enjoyed centuries of stability since the end of the sedition of Imbibiter Lunae, much of which, unfortunately, for long-life species, enduring through the ages all—
That's true. And that's why I'm also here for another—
Hule? You mean that Hule? The Borisin warhead? The same Hule who was
the nemesis of the Foxians, who will never be forgiven and shall be imprisoned until the end of the cosmos.
Usually, only emissaries from the Xianzhou Yaoqings—
The Foxians and the Alliance made a pact to combat the abominations, given the situation on the Lawfu. That's why I was sent here, to reassure them.
It's all bad.
Well, not everything. There might be a silver lining.
Tell me more.
The Verdant Knights followed the route you mentioned and discovered the wreckage of— However, someone had already been on the scene before we—
Our people? Or someone from the IP?
No, neither. Yukong. Have you heard of a person—
I'm still... did I oversleep?
There you are.
Well, it was a promise to General Huayan, after all. I woke up especially early, so I can...
Hey, why are you blushing, Master Yanqing?
Yes.
This is, the first time someone has called me Master. Let me make it clear. Swordplay training is about improving your body, mind, and strength. I promised General Huayan that I'd teach you Cloud Knight swordplay, so you can participate in the war dance and defeat at least one opponent. I'll do my best.
Fine. A promise is a promise. Since I promised to study hard.
Great! That's a
March is in your hands now, Yanqing.
Dan Heng, do you even have a heart? By the way, where's...
I've found a quiet spot in the back garden of the Palace of Astrum for our first lesson together.
Кому она нужна? О.
Seriously? It's the first day, and you two are already late? Why is everyone on the Lawfu so laid back?
Master Yunli, you're already here.
Oh, wait. Were you trying to teach her in secret?
I'm just showing you what Lawfu etiquette is all about. She might be my apprentice, but it's customary for the master to As the host, I'll be teaching Miss March the essence of Lawfu swordplay, after which she'll emerge victorious in the war dance ring. You won't be complaining.
Stand aside, rookie. Let me show you how we Zhu Ming sword master. Quickly. Over here, Miss March. This is a reverse mentorship gift from me to you.
Yes.
What's this?
Xianzhou sword practice requires precise movements. This outfit is tailored to fit perfectly and allows for smooth movements.
You're awesome, Master Yunli!
See? See? How can you compete with me? I'll teach March 7th the
Actually, I've prepared.
Huh?
Мечи.
You have a gift for me too?
Since you want to learn swordplay, Miss March, you'll need suitable
Ну да.
weapons. So, I went out of my way to prepare a pair of swords overnight.
Блять, как вовремя. Одна одежда, блять, второй, блять. Да.
Unfortunately, I didn't have time to ask the craftsman to customize the swords for you. But I did my best to choose ones that look nice and are suitable for a beginner.
Thank you, Master Yenching!
Bet you didn't see that one coming, did you?
The real competition is...
I'm so lucky to have two great masters! But why does it feel like things are getting a...
Ну ничего, доработали, что ты, успокойся. О.
So what do you think, masters? Does this outfit suit me?
Да.
Perfect. I chose it carefully. It's perfect for beauty.
All right, let's get started with the training. The person next to me is a Cloud Knight instructor I've...
Wait. We're having actual combat training for...
Well, I heard you have some experience with archery and martial arts. The first thing we're going to do is, come on, step forward and strike with the sword in the most natural way you can think of. It's important for us to grasp your natural movements, so we can decide where to start.
If you're ready, let's begin.
О, так. Ну-ка, что у нас тут задание? Ну да, это другое. Это же тут. Это вроде... Нет, блять, а где? А, нет, это да. Пу-пу-пум, то есть... Ну-ка. Прикольно. Так, секундочку, мне надо отойти. Так, продолжаем. Инструктор.
Are you ready?
Да не готов я.
Yeah, I'm ready. But please go easy on me.
Then I apologize in advance, Miss March.
Ready to shine. Please have some team.
Pay close attention, Miss March. Lawfu swordplay is all about being swift and agile in your movements.
Yes, you! Ignore him. Strength is everything.
Секунду.
Hey, old metal, just between us, which one do you want to strike? Oh, all of them? All right.
Что ты умеешь?
Like this? Of you.
Well done!
Right on time. Yes, you! Time for swordplay.
Ready to shine. Yeah! I'm starting to get the hang of it. No!
Что?
Bladed flight!
Oh, I get it! What? So hard and focused mind. Here I come.
Right on time.
Она еще хилится, когда это делается.
Strike apart! Yes, you!
Nice job!
Right on time.
How many can you block?
To show you what I can really do.
А, на одного, да. Подожди, я могу... А, это типа... Ну...
Azure Dragon, White Tiger, eating less calm. What's this?
What are you mumbling about?
Isn't this, sword technique? Shouldn't I be saying something cool? You'll make good practice.
Practice is over. Swords descend!
Within the self, not the sword.
Slap! Melt! Leap through clouds! I didn't expect
Miss March has quick hands and a flexible body. She's a perfect...
However, she lacks strength, and her strikes were a bit
Given the situation, I believe her strength.
Seriously, do you actually know any...
I could ask you the same thing. Dual swords require agility. So what?
Instead of focusing on her strengths, we should address her weaknesses. The drawback of wielding two swords is not generating enough force.
Skilled sword masters know how to play to their strengths and work on their weaknesses. Start with what you're good at.
You're quite the theorist, huh?
Theorist? You claim to be able to talk to swords.
Hey, it's only my first lesson, and you're already arguing. Come on, calm down, masters.
But it does matter. Just listen to me, March.
Aww.
Марти, охота. Бум. Бум. В плане изучать то, что я могу, типа, не понял. Ладно.
Dear Himeko, Mr. Yang, and Pom Pom, we're all good here on the Xianzhou Lafu, so no need to worry. By the way, as for me, I've somehow become the apprentice to two Cloud Knight sword masters, and I've been honing my sword skills with their guidance. One of them is Yanqing, the boy we've all met before. The other is Yun Li. Both masters are super strict. I tried to drag him into this, but he refused. Still, I didn't let the difficulty thanks to their guidance. I've actually been looking forward to your reply.
Well done.
Miss March's sword skills are really coming along. She'll hold her own just fine in the war dance.
Just you wait and see. I'll show off my skills in the ring and win a match. I'll make...
Can you believe it? March 7 has actually become a pretty decent swordmaster in such a short time.
Are you sure he wasn't laughing at you?
Oh, shut up!
It's all thanks to your amazing guide.
Miss March, you're really getting the hang of wielding dual swords. If you're keen on advancing, trying out different Xianzhou...
Oh, let me see. Which sword is the most powerful? Single sword? Great sword?
There's no such thing as the most powerful sword. It's all about the skill of the swordmaster. Yanqing wields several flying swords, while
First, you didn't kick my butt. Second, you'll never kick my butt. Third, How about we settle this right now and see?
Yeah, I'm up for that. And if I kick your butt, you'll drop out.
Why are you two arguing again?
There was talk that the leading disciples of the Law Fu and Juming generals were supposed to face off in the war dance, but for some reason, they suddenly teamed up. Tomorrow is the big day of the war dance. Shouldn't you two be focusing on...
You're...
This is Mr. Jiaoqiu, the healer working for the general of the Xian...
Ah, got it. So, you're the participant attending the war dance on behalf...
Sorry for the misunderstanding. I don't know anything about martial arts. I'm just here on the general's orders to take care of some...
If you know nothing about martial arts, why were you
Well, my curiosity got the better of me, I suppose. From my professional experience, cleavers, slicers, chopping knives, and carving knives are all just tools. Kind of like It's like your sword teaching methods. If you align your ingredient, in other words, your apprentice's natural tendencies, with the right cooking method, for example, golden eggplant tastes best when fried. Cloud peppers when stir-fried, and yellow...
All this talk about food is making...
Are you a healer? Why are you...
Well, it's just a metaphor. The medicinal school I follow on the Xianzhou Yaoqing is called the Ranja School.
So, you're the
I'm a healer. But anyway, a cook who isn't interested in health. Seeing the way you're looking at me, it's obvious you think I'm just some feeble academic who likes to blabber on about martial arts. But, in reality...
Why is this guy suddenly getting all serious?
Do you recognize this bottle of medicine in my hand?
No.
This is called tumble dust. An
Is it poison?
Well, it depends on how it's used. With just one drop, it's able to numb a patient's body during surgery, increase the dose or the potency, and it'll slow the metabolism, making the blood thin and resulting in the loss of all senses. Even this thing can save lives or take them. It's more...
That may be so, but still.
Huh. Looks like I did get you all wrong.
Hey, why the insults all of a sudden? I'm just sharing some medical knowledge here.
Seems like you get real excited when talking about poison. I can't tell if that's an option.
Picture this. Two individuals. The one standing is full of malice. The other lying in the throes of combat where life and death hinge on a singular moment. Every surviving the battlefield reshapes all notions of worth. Be it integrity...
Perhaps you've underestimated Yunli and me, Mr. Jiaoqiu.
Well. Then you should know that the war dance...
And I was appointed as the ringmaster for the war dance. I asked the general, and this is how the general replied. To unsheath your sword, the war dance is the perfect chance to showcase martial virtue. And
That's quite an insightful statement, Yanqing. Well, hearing you speak so highly of it has piqued my curiosity.
You want to see the Sky Splitter ship where the war dance will be held? Let's go. I'll give you a tour of the Sky Splitter.
Looks like a lot of other visitors have also come to catch a glimpse of the sky.
What's up, Mr. Jiaoqiu?
No, it's nothing.
Do you see that airship in the distance? That's the Sky Splitter.
It doesn't look all that impressive from this distance.
The Sky Splitter is actually a decommissioned Lawfu military vessel. People aren't allowed on board until tomorrow, when the bell rings and the ceremonial cannons roar. Since I was a kid, I've been training in swordplay and the art of war under the general. Every day, I understand that I'm not like other kids. I never envied the toys and freedom they all had, even in the thick of battle. Facing down each day, I could feel myself getting stronger and strong. But then, I faced a really tough opponent. And just one slash shattered my confidence into 1,000 pieces. After that, I had to pick up the pieces. I often ask myself, why do I win? While the general could teach me the art of swordplay. But after talking with you, Mr. Jouch, as a member of the Cloud Knights, in the general's... But when I wield my sword, that's why.
Oh, Yenqing. So young, yet so grown up.
Age doesn't really matter. All sword masters will
I get it. Looks like all the kids on the...
It's not polite to ask a girl her age, no matter which Xianzhou ship you're on.
I'm not asking your age. I'm asking if you have...
You don't talk like a cook. You sound more like a TV host.
Need I repeat my...
Well, I don't have a dream like Yanqing does. The only reason I'm participating in the Ringmaster's Challenge...
Sounds like that mind of yours is just filled...
I bet you've got nothing better on your... My father was a craftsman on the Xianzhou Juming. Since I was a kid, it's been clear to me that not everyone deserves to have a weapon in their hands. So, whenever I come across someone unworthy of a sword, I can't help but want to take it away from them. Given that Yanqing...
Hey, what do you mean by an
I see. It's not easy for... Well, it's better to have a reason for wielding a sword than to be lost and confused. I've saved countless Cloud Knights in my life.
What happened, Mr. Jouch?
Oh, nothing. I was just judging from my professional perspective as a healer. Well, we've seen the Sky Splitter and...
What? You're leaving already? But you haven't asked me...
It's getting late, Miss March. Unlike you lot, I'm a grown-up bound by responsibilities. By the way, Yanqing, is it normal to have so many people wandering?
Actually, this is a restricted area. But since you're...
I understand. Well...
Seriously? I just spent so much time...
Now that we're done with our tour of...
Why don't we take it?
What? You want to secretly practice swordplay by yourself?
You know cramming before a fight never works out. For some reason, seeing the Sky Splitter has boosted my confidence. All right, I'll take you out of the Stargazer.
Just shut up, Red Fang! This is not a beast ship. I need some time to take care. You willingly donned the skin of a lowly beast to join this mission, dedicating yourself to our glorious cause. And now you're telling me... I'm doing my best, all right? It takes time. When the guns go off tomorrow, all eyes will be on it. That'll be... How's that? Who's there?
Who are you guys?
An impromptu inspection. Why are there outsiders loitering in Stargazer Navalia? And,
Hey, kids, didn't your parents ever tell you to stay away from the Stargazer Navalia? I know it's an automated facility, but it doesn't mean you can just break...
First of all, I'm an adult. second, I didn't just break in.
Yeah, we flew here on a star skiff. Like, whoosh!
Well, I'm not trying to tell you off, but this place is off limits to them.
Big sis, let's go.
Ever hunt planes? Yeah, sure. Big sis will take.
Shuha! You should have let me.
Shh, the overhaul is done, and everything looks good.
Could you repeat what you just said, Yenqing?
What did I say?
Big sis, let's go.
Come on. Can't you read the room? Something is...
Yeah, anyone could see that. I just wanted... That pink-haired fox tried to say something. I'm pretty sure he sensed something fishy. Since he's not familiar with this place, he just dropped us a hint.
I knew that from the beginning.
Cloud Knight didn't recognize Master Yenqing.
What? Is he famous on the Luofu or something? Not even the Cloud Knights on the Juming.
You have a
Cloud Knight, a member from the Skyfaring Commission, and a craftsman. They're from various departments. I have a feeling that if we secretly tail them, we'll follow my lead and be careful not to blow our cover. Don't get too close, Miss March. They might spot you.
Never mind who they are. Let's just film them.
Oh.
We should have just killed those lowly beasts. Those little brats won't take up much space. There are boxes all over this place.
Cut the theatrics, Grulok. Even the slightest slip-up could interfere with Lord... So where are we heading next? To check the freight skiffs. We've got a lot of preparations to do. Weapons, supplies. We've got to be...
So, are they...
I have no clue, but they seem to be moving those crates. I've got an idea. Just hang in there.
Let's just put the cargo here for now, all right? Then we'll move on to inspect. Lord Moktok said that as soon as we're done, we're to board the freight skiff and leave this...
Don't worry, I've changed the shipping schedule. You two...
Is it just me? I keep smelling that stench of lowly beasts after...
Don't be so paranoid.
Looks like they're planning to escape on the skiffs in Stargazer Navalia. They keep talking about their plans, but where did they come from?
They're definitely up to something bad. Wait.
Tread softly, breathe quietly, and make sure to keep an eye on them. Hide out of sight as soon as there's any sign of activity. Did he spot us? Quickly, hide!
Don't be so paranoid. We're running out of time. Get off, Shuhard. I'm coming!
They're leaving. We should catch up to them. Quickly! Did he spot us? Quickly, hide! What are they up to? They're all wearing official uniforms, but I'm pretty sure they're not members of the Skyfaring Commission.
Never mind who they are. Let's just film them. That way, if they do anything.
Look at this. A freight star skiff with enough room to fit at least 20 of my men. I'll let... Once we're past the checkpoint, there will be beast ships waiting for us. Lord Moktok is ready. The revival of our ancient...
What did he just say? Beast?
Who's there? It's those brats! I told you to get rid of them, but you didn't listen, you idiot! Wipe them all out!
Borison?
Adusa! Die, you lowly beasts!
Here you go, Master!
Not good. Enemy data secure. Netmark activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
Destiny for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
How is this possible? How did these Foxy...
They're not Foxians at all. They revealed their true form. They're Borison. Just like the bandits I defeated on the IPC.
Wait, that...
Well, how did the Borison manage to infiltrate this?
It's not just a simple disguise of wearing our clothing and shaving their whiskers. They're somehow able to alter their appearance. They even have official IDs for the Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, and even the Cloud Knights? Let me check this fake Cloud Knight's tag. Maybe it'll give us some clue. Lujun, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad? Wait!
What's the matter?
I encountered a patrol officer named Lujun before. It was a few weeks ago, when we were transporting the Borison prisoners. They can forge official identities and move around the Xianzhou without raising suspicion.
Even worse. If you find one
There are more Borison hiding on the Xianzhou. I bet their plan is much bigger than just stealing information. We've got to report this to the Seat of Divine Foresight.
Ну, круто, неплохо. Так, давайте, наверное, на этом закончим. Я уже, в принципе, неплохо записываю. Так что увидимся в следующей серии. Пока-пока.